for the tractor box card. Here's what the page of the PDF for that project looks like. You can see we've got the pipe, which I cut out of metallic silver. We've got some white pieces. We've got this decorative panel, which goes on the front. This label frame, which goes on the back behind the stamped shape. And then quite a few red pieces and quite a few black pieces, which make up the tires. We've also got the envelope here. It shows you how to fold that, but we'll also do that together here in just a moment. So for these red pieces, we've got a couple of large ones and then some smaller ones. So I'm going to put the large ones to the side together and the small ones together like so, just to get a little organized. The remaining red pieces are here. We've got two like this, 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 and two like this. Here's the panel piece. Mine is, it almost looks just like the others, but it's slightly patterned. Then I've got the seat, which is made up of these two pieces. I've got that background of the back. As you can see, it looks like this on the back of my card. I've got my pipe and my label, as well as some white pieces, two like that, two like this, and two like this. Then I've just got my black pieces. I've got two of these, two of these, two of these, and then 4 pieces that look like this, as well as 4 pieces that look like this. However, 2 of them are slightly larger. So we'll take the 2 large ones and I'll be gluing the 2 smaller ones right on top, lined up nicely. Then these 2 are going to be going on top of this piece, these 2 pieces. And here's our envelope, which I'll just put off to the side for now. These 2 skinny little white pieces are going to go on these parts like this. Then these 2 white pieces are going to go on these 2 pieces like this. And then these 2 like this. So I've lined up the smaller, slightly smaller piece. They line up in the center, but the one on top is slightly smaller around the edge. Then we can put this on, as well as this. So that's how the 2 front tires will go. And then these 2 pieces are the steering wheel. We're just going to glue one right on top of the other, as well as these 2 headlight pieces. They're identical, so we'll just glue one right on top of the other also. Then these will get glued right onto the top of these. If you want to make them match up, you can, but it doesn't really matter how you orient them. And then this can get glued right on top of the other piece, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and stamp on my label and glue that onto its frame. So to do that, I'll get my ink pad out and I'll pick out a stamp. I'm just going to go ahead and use the same one that I used before. And this is from the My Favorite Christmas collection by Echo Park. nice and handy, very pretty stamps. There we go. So I'll go ahead and glue this onto this piece. Then I'll glue these together the way that I showed. You can get really meticulous if you want and put some dots in the center, or just glue the edges together. Then glue the red part on and then the white part, and do the same for the other wheel. Next, I'll glue these together like I showed, and these and these. Next, I'm going to glue these together, these three, one on top of the other. And this next part is optional, but if you would like, you can rub either a white or light brown or light gray ink pad, just something that will show up around the edge of this shape, just to accentuate it. Since it's black on black, this will make it a little easier to see, although this ink pad must be getting a little dry because I'm not really seeing it show up here. But if you have something like this handy, or put it on your craft supplies shopping list, sometimes it comes in handy for when you want to accentuate a black shape or a dark colored shape, or for Halloween, if you emboss some cobwebs on something and you want to accentuate them, you can do that nicely with an ink pad like that. And it really kind of looks very similar whether you use light gray, light brown, or white, just as long as you give it a little accent. So I'm kind of lining this up so that each of these little protrusions kind of lines up around the edge there, but that's not that necessary. And then I'll glue this on. And then I'll do the same for the other three identical shapes. Next, I'm going to take this piece and fold it along its score lines, such as here and here, there, and there, right there, and there, there, and there. Now go back and fold the ends the opposite way. And it's going to be situated just like this. Next, I'm going to take these 3 pieces and glue them on top of each other, just like that, as well as the same with these 3. So you want to be careful to line it up as perfectly as possible. And the same with the other shapes that are the same. Next, I'm going to take this piece and feed it through. If you need to bend these backwards a little bit, that's okay. But I want you to feed it through this square here. Then I'm going to put some glue here and here on those small flaps. Pull it all the way through. Make it a nice snug fit and glue that right on the back side of your wheel shape. Just like that. Then we can turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. So just like this. Next, I'm going to take one of these 2 pieces and glue that right onto the front here, lining it up so that these little teeth line up. And if you'd like to secure it with a cute brad, if you are like me, you probably have quite a few choices in your craft supplies. And I happen to have some coordinating brads that go with my paper collection here, the My Favorite Christmas by Echo Park. So I'm just going to grab 2 cute ones of those and pop that in there. And glue the other side. So I'll go ahead and fold all 4 of these, just like this. And then I will put some glue on this, and on the side here, I will glue that down, just like that. This is not perfectly parallel with the back, but as long as you glue one on the opposite side exactly directly across from the other one, then your card is going to fold flat. Then we can use this next piece to glue that there, and then glue the other one directly across on the opposite side. So I'll do the same thing over here. So here are your 2 back wheels in the back, looking good. Next, I will take this piece here and fold this over, put some glue on it, and glue the seat onto it just like this. Same with this piece. Then I will fold along this very small score line. And put some glue on that small part there. Give it some time to take hold. Just like this. And if you'd like to put some sort of little adhesive gemstones for the headlights, you can. These are from Queen and Company. And fold this as well as that. We can fold this here and this there and glue this right onto the back. And I'll put a little bit of glue around that circle down there. And glue this wheel on. If you would like to secure it with a cute brad, you can do that. Then I can glue my pipe onto the front as well as this panel. You can, of course, be a little bit more meticulous with your glue so it's not as visible as mine is. And again, just a little bit of glue around that circle at the bottom there. And glue that. Finish it off with a cute brad. Next, I'm going to put some glue on this tab here. And I'm going to take my back piece and I'm going to glue this right onto the back with that fold line lined up with this. That fold line lines up there. And it goes all the way down, just like that. Then I'll take this piece and do the same thing. So again, I'm lining up this straight line here and it continues down. Just like that. So I've glued it right inside the back. So both of those tabs you can see on the inside of the back. Next, you can put some glue on this little half circle shape. And line that up right here. It's a bit hard to see, but you want it to line up right down here and to be parallel with the rest of the fold lines back here. It also aligns with this panel. So if you want to do a careful check, you'll be able to see that it's going to lay flat. And you can do the same thing on the other side, just keeping it parallel and lining it up with this curve right down here. So there we go. So this folds right here also. And basically this is going to get glued together here, and then this insert will go inside. So if it's easier, which I think it probably is, we can start gluing this inside before we close it all up. So to do that, put some glue on that long side tab and make sure it's parallel. All those fold lines are nice and parallel. The back of the tab is flush with the fold line back there. And the top of the tab is flush with the top of the back also. Let's fold this the opposite way, put some glue on it. Glue that right inside with the back of the tab flush with the corner there. Nice and parallel. And then close it up just like this. So there is our tractor. Now we can put our envelope together. So to do that, we'll just fold the sides in, and the bottom is rounded. So just like this. And you want to make sure you're not gluing the envelope completely closed, obviously. And then you can insert your card and close it up. So now to fold this flat to fit inside your envelope, you can angle the seat upwards, make the steering wheel and the headlights flat, and then start to lay it flat. The rest of it's pretty easy. And just carefully kind of take your time, make sure you're not bending something too harshly that doesn't want to go, and then you can put it right inside its envelope and close it up.